Right, so quickly remind me then, what was the slogan for the wood tense? Ray of light. Everybody ray, and then rion
Rion, Rie.
and rie. So how would you say he would eat? He would eat. Il.
Il. No, il mange. Il mangeria. No,
Pause.
il mangera.
Stand still. Calm down. What is the slogan for the wood? We're in the wood. What can we see coming down through the canopy? So
Ray.
everybody's going to be Ray, whereas with the was, most people. Don't think, oh, I've got to choose between A, Eon, and EA. Was tense, I've got to choose A. Just go A, and when you're on a nu and a vu, you'll know you're on a nu and a vu. Same as in the wood. Don't think, oh, I've got to choose between Ray, Rion, and Rie. Just think they're all Ray, and when you're on a nu, you'll know you need Rion and Rie. Yeah. So what's your? Let's just pretend it's that. So what's your standard ending for the wood tense? It is
Ray.
So what's he would eat?
It is il mangerait.
Can we now have it joined up?
Il mangerait.
That's it. So you might like to think when you're in the future, ching ching ching, you've got to choose between Ray, Rat, and Ron. When you're in the wood, you've got to choose just Ray. Another thing you might like to do is think, well, the future is a neat thing. I will do this. And it's going to match the have, which is a neat past. I have done this. J'ai, je mangerai. Tu as, tu mangeras. And the was is a spliffy stoner past tense. I was whatever. And the would is also a little bit vague. I would come, you know, it's not I will come, it's like I would come. If, yeah. So just think the neat to match up and the stoner to match up. That's kind of a way to think about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. So quickly, say for me, he eats, present tense.
Il mange.
He, which is a soft hard. He was eating. Give me the name of the slogan first. What's the slogan for the was tense? Everybody.
Everybody. A, Ion, EA.
So give me he was eating.
Il mangeait.
Good job. Give me the slogan for the future.
Right. Future.
Ray, Ron. That's it. Give me he will eat.
Il mangerait.
Remember that the future matches the have. How do you say he has? Il
a. Mangera.
That's it. Remember to do this in your brain. What's the slogan for the wood? What can we see coming down?
Ray.
So give me he would eat.
Rion, Rie. Il mangerait.
Good. Let's do one more. Vendre. Soft, hard verb. Could you please say for me, you using to, you sell. To, soft.
Soft, hard.
So single, soft. That's
it.
it, the single soft. What was we sell? Nous
vendons.
Therefore, can you now be in a lovely position to give me you were selling? What's everybody going to be? Can you now tell me what you have is? How do you say you have? Tu
as.
Nice, slide on the vowel. So can you now, using Ray, Rat, or Ron, give me you will sell?
Tu vendras.
That's it. Can you now picture the slogan for the wood? What's coming down in the wood?
Right.
So can you now very quickly say for me, you would sell? What have you just said? You can see. What have you just said? Yeah. Why don't you like doing this? Because you want to read them. Vendre is your. What did I say? So say for me the name of the verb. Say vendre.
Vendre.
Now say for me the slogan. Say Ray Raron.
Ray Ramon.
As I've told you, when it's at r, it's not going to go vendrere. It's just going to, I told you, the R's are going. So you might like to think about it like this. If your infinitive doesn't have an R sound in it, like manger, mangerai. If your infinitive
It's already got it.
If it's already got an R sound there, you're going to tack it literally on. So finir, finirai. Prendre,
Okay.
prendrai. You're going to tack the R's together, yeah?
I wanted to do prendere.
I know you did.
No.
I know you did. I know you did. Yeah, I know you. You vendre, and I asked you to stick ron on the end of vendre. How would that go?
Vendront.
That's literally it.
Vendront.
Present was, will, would. Now we're going to go, and you'll see how shit crazy quick this is, to the other four tenses using present, was, will, would on the bloody middle. All we're going to do is put present, was, will, would in the middle. Before we go any further, let's look at have and be in that. So how do you say I have present tense?
J'ai.
And how do you say I am present tense?
Je suis.
How do you say I was having or I used to have in the imperfect tense, in the was tense? Bearing in mind, if you can't find it, go to the nous. So what's the verb to have, the infinitive?
Avoir.
What's nice accent? What's we have?
Nous avons.
Nous avons. Therefore, what is I was having, I used to have? Remind me, what is the slogan for the was tense? Everybody. I've lost you. You back?
Hello, yeah, I'm back now. I think.
What's the slogan? What's the slogan? Let me hear it.
Je suis avec.
No. We are not in any bloody 1, 2, 3, are we? We're giving we're not in the right verb and we're not in the right tense. Stop bleeping around. Do as you're bloody told. What is the slogan for the was tense? Give me the slogan for the was tense.
For the was tense. Everybody, E-on-E-A.
Great. What is we have? We have.
In the present tense.
It wouldn't be we have otherwise. Yep, we have is only in the present tense. What's we have?
Nous avons.
Great. Say it for me in French rather than in English.
Nous avons.
Thank you. Game of Thrones, take avant, rip off the on, stick on the was ending. What's I was having, I used to have? Go on.
J'avais.
Good. Do you absolutely understand what we're doing there? We're taking avant, we're pulling off the on sound, and we're sticking a back on, as we've already done. All right?
Yeah.
Like you did with finissant. Stop visualizing. Do the sound avant, avait. It's just a straight swap. All right? It's a straight swap. Brooklyn, would you knock your camera off, please? Would you just knock your camera off? I just think it's going to help your signal. Could you just knock your camera off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah?
There you go.
Right. Good.
Yeah, got you.
Good. So can you now say for me from the verb to be, I was? What's the infinitive of the verb to be?
Être.
So this is the one that I can't go to the we, but I'm still going to have my a sound. So using the verb to be, what is I was?
J'étais.
Good. So far we've had j'ai and je suis, j'avais and j'étais. Brooklyn, could you please tell me the future block for the verb to be? The future block for the verb to be.
Sera.
That's it. So how would you say he will be?
Il sera.
How would you say the future block of the verb to have?
Il.
No, I don't want the whole thing. I just want the block on its own.
Oh.
That's
Sorry.
it.
Oh.
Would you now give me he will have?
Il aura.
Great. Would you now take those two blocks and would you now add me the slogan ending for we're in the wood? What's coming down through the trees?
The rain.
So if I went back to sir, what he would be?
Il serait.
Spot on. What he would have?
Okay. Il aurait.
Good. Say for me, he has eaten. So we're on the bottom line now. These are ones with auxiliaries in the middle. Although he has eaten or he ate is in the past, the middle word is in the present tense. Yeah, he has. Luke, he has brown hair. He has eaten. We make up the past with the present in the middle. The past participle, that third word, so subject pronoun or subject, auxiliary, past participle. So the last word, the past word, bum bum plum, this last word is not going to change. A little bit like in Spanish, you know, has hablado, habías hablado, habrás hablado, habrías hablado. You know, hayas hablado. The past participle is not going to change. So could you say for me, and you know that with an a verb, the past participle just sounds like the verb. It's e with its little hat on, but it's going to sound exactly like the normal verb. So could you please say for me, he has eaten. Normal, normal, normal. 1, 2, 3. He has eaten. How would you say that?
Il a.
But don't stop speaking. Slide.
Il a mangé.
That. So Brooklyn, there's no problem, darling. You've got to use your slide for us to understand you, and also for you to use your muscle memory, which you have in droves. You are a dancer rather than your cognitive memory. Yeah. So say for me, il a mangé one more time.
Il a mangé.
So which tense comes next? Present. What came next in our order? Present.
Was.
That's right. The same as in Spanish, when you want to make the pluperfect, yeah? In other words, le plus que parfait, plus qu'imperfect, when you basically want to say he had done something further back, the whole thing isn't in the was, but the auxiliary is going to be in the was. So if I have just said il a mangé, and I now need to put avoir in the was tense and say he had eaten, what did we agree the was form of? We've just gone through them. What did we agree the was form of the verb avoir? It was il avait. That's it. So would you now please say for me, he had eaten?
Il avait mangé.
That's all we're going to do to make it had rather than has. Same as in Spanish, we just changed the tense of the auxiliary into the, the was. So if I said, let's say we were doing a be verb, we will talk more about be verbs next time. So verbs of movement and or reflexive. So verbs of movement and or reflexive. So if I said, for example, he left, il est parti, il est parti, we can hear that there's a be verb in the middle, correct?
Yes, correct.
Because it's est, il est, not il a.
Yeah.
So don't question why, it's a be verb. If I now wanted to say he had left, I have to stay with the verb to be. And if I move it, so I've just done my present in the middle, what tense do I now need in my middle now? I've done present in the middle now, what do I need in the middle? I now need what?
Past.
We haven't said past. Could you run through my tenses again? Present.
What?
Thank you. Don't say past. Don't say past. Right, so what's next then? So present, what needs to come next in the middle? Present, then what?
Was.
That's right. What is the was tense of the verb to be? Which is être.
Était.
That's it. So instead of il est parti, could you now say he had left? It'll give me il est.
Il était parti.
Lovely. Now we're going to go to he will have eaten. We've done il a mangé. We've done il avait mangé. So we've done present, was. What comes next in our word order? Present was.
Present was will.
So I now need will in the middle. This is the future past. Not the future. Brooklyn will dance. That's the future. Brooklyn will have danced by 9 o'clock. She'll be free for dinner. Yeah, or something. That's meaning in the future. That will then be the past. The future past. Okay. So we're going to have the future on the auxiliary. So what on its own was he will have? If you remember the future block, what's he will have?
Il mangera.
No, what's the future?
No.
Stand still. What's the block? What's the block? I can't hear the vowel. What's the block in the future of have? Oh,
Oh.
I can't hear you. Push it forward.
Oh.
I can't hear you. Push it forward. It's in your throat. Push it forward.
Oh.
Good. More. It's got to go forward. It can't be for you. Il aura. Yeah. So can you now give me he will have on its own? Remember, which do I need out of Ray, Rat, or Ron?
Il aura.
Can you now give me, with the same word on the end, he will have eaten?
Il aura mangé.
Gorgeous. Can you now go back to he left? Il est parti. He had left. Il était parti. He will have left. We can't say aura because we are in a verb to be. So instead of saying aura mangé, I need the same tense in the middle, but I need it on the block of the verb to be. What did you just tell me he will be is in Spanish, in French?
Aura.
He will be. Will be. We're in a be verb.
No, sera.
That's it. So say for me, and I know this is batshit crazy, but you know how you just went a moment ago when it wasn't required, je suis allé, and you stuck the verb to be in the middle. You guys all get comfortable sticking the verb to be in the middle there, but that verb to be could go in the middle along any of them. So je suis allé, j'étais allé, or j'étais allé. So he will have left is il. I need the will be rather than will have. So not il aura, but il sera.
Il sera.
Left, il sera
Il sera parti.
Parti, yes.
Parti. Yes.
I'll talk to you about it why later, but I did next time. But I did say that the past participle, whatever it may be, regular or irregular, will be the same along the bottom. Did I not say that? Yeah. So if you've just heard il est parti, il était parti, you automatically know your past participle will be il sera. What's the last word going to be?
Parti.
Good. So put it together for me. He will have left.
Il sera parti.
Good. I can't hear you. Can you come closer to the microphone?
Yes, il sera parti.
Don't move back. Good. Now, could you do for me? He would have eaten. So we now need in the middle. So we've done was in the middle, will in the middle. So present in the middle, was in the middle, will in the middle. We now need would in the middle. So what's on its own? He would have. What's my ending, Brooklyn, my darling, for the would? What's my ending? What's coming down through the sky in a wood? What's coming down through the trees? Are you there? Have I
Hello,
lost?
I'm back.
What's coming down through the trees in the wood?
Ray.
Right, so what's my ending for the wood?
Ray.
Thank you. So what he would have?
Il have or il aurait.
Now give me he would have eaten.
Il aurait mangé.
You don't pretend it's new to you. You've just done, come on, focus. You've just done all the others with the same past participle. And I told you that the past participle of an a verb sounds exactly the same. It's just got a hat on it. So you know what the past participle is. What he would have eaten. Il
aurait mangé.
Good job, you. One more to do. Focus, focus. Remember, you know what the past participle is. You've just done it. Il est parti. He left. Il était parti. Was in the middle. He had left. Il sera parti. He will have left. He would have left. You just need to change the ending of your auxiliary, and you know from what you've just done what the ending is of would. What's coming down through the canopy in the wood?
Ray.
So what's not il sera parti, but what's he would have left? Finish it for me. He would have left.
Il serait parti.
That is literally it. There are no more French tenses apart from subjunctives, which is basically exactly the same shit, but you have the subjunctive on either the verb or the subjunctive in the middle. And then you have stuff where you've got the infinitive on the main verb or the infinitive in the middle. This top six bottom 6 is all you need. There is nothing else in French that you need. The passé simple, which is basically the equivalent of, el pretérito, is for books or for very, very, very formal stuff. So, for example, and you would never need to create it. You would just need to understand it if you were reading a book. So, say, for example, you had a kid with a Frenchman and you were reading Cinderella, Cendrillon. In a French book, if it was Cinderella went, it wouldn't be Cendrillon est allé. It'd be Cendrillon alla. Yep, because we basically have like aller, alla, alla, allam, allat, aller. It works like Latin. So there is another simple past tense where we get the past done in one word. You do not need to say that. A person could live in France for 4 years and that not come out of their mouth.
Yeah.
That is predominantly for the foreigner a book tense, or very formal like journalism or whatever, or speeches and stuff. It's not like your, hablé, hablaste, habló, habla. It's not your normal preterite like in Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it for French tenses. So structurally, you have done the present, le présent, the imperfect, l'imparfait, the future, the simple future, le futur simple, and the conditional, le conditionnel. Then on the bottom line, you've done the passé composé because it's composed of 2 bits. You've done which is basically we call the present perfect. You've done the plus que parfait, the plus perfect. You've done the futur antérieur, the future anterior, which is the past perfect, the past future past, and you've done the conditional, the past. We don't call it that in my method. We say present, was, will, would on its own. Present, was, will, would on the auxiliary. Top line, no blinking word in the middle. Bottom line, everything's a word in the middle. Top line, your main verb is all the course of the action. Bottom line, it's all just about have and be. So
have and be.
Your job until next time is to take a person. Let's randomly take a person. Let's say nous. And let's randomly take a verb. Let's say vendre. So you always say the slogan before you start at this stage. Present.
Okay.
A soft hard. So soft hard, nous vendons. Yeah, we are hard. Nous for plural. Was tense. What's my slogan? A, ion, ea. Nous vendions. Future. Present. Present was will. Sorry, will. Ray, ra, ron. Nous vendrons. Would. Everybody.
Okay.
Ray, rion, rie. Nous vendrions. Bottom line.
Okay.
We have sold. This is the only point you'd have to look up. If you didn't know the past participle, go to word reference, look what the past participle is. Do not read the tenses on word reference. I do not want to see your eyes in the air anymore. So we have sold, nous avons vendu. Fine, nous avons vendu. Your nous is going to stay still. Your vendu is going to stay still. This bleeder in the middle is the only thing that's going to change. Nous avions vendu, we had sold. We're going to was in the middle. We will have sold, nous aurons vendu from Ray Raron. We would have sold, nous aurions vendu, game over. That's literally what it is. Do a be verb. Yeah, we'll talk about be verbs next time. If you had, she went. Let's do you went. Tu es allé, tu es allé. So you go, tu vas. You were going. What's the slogan for was? Everybody A. What's the verb to go? Aller. I'm good. Tu allais. Yeah. You will go. Remember that we've done the go, tu iras. Yeah, we did the future block of go, tu iras. You would go. Tu irais. Bottom line now has 3 words. Bottom line now has 3 words. You went. Verb of motion, it's got an extra. Tu es allé or tu es allé, yes? Yeah?
Yeah.
You had gone. This stays the same. This stays the same. Only this changes. You had gone was in the middle. Tu étais allé. Tu étais allé. You will have gone. In the middle. Tu seras allé. You would have gone. Tu serais allé. Which is very common. It's like if you said to your boyfriend, well, if you'd wanted to go, you would have gone. So come on, stop moaning or something. We will use these things. You'll also find that we don't have, I don't know how much Spanish you did at that level, but basically like There's no subjunctive on the imperfect. If it's things like, if you had, done the work. So you had done, habías hecho. Like if you had done, si hubieses or si hubieras hecho. We don't have that in French anymore. It exists. There are literary tenses which are more archaic, other than the one I told you about, but you don't have to come up with them. If you go on word reference, they are grey. They are grey rather than black, as if to say this exists archaically, but we don't use this shit anymore. You really, 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 really are done. You've got 2 more on the top line and 2 more on the bottom line. And the 2 on the top line, that's the infinitive. It's only ever going to be the infinitive. It's just where you place it. Like, je vais le faire. And the infinitive on the bottom line is just avoir être, like after having done. So if it was like, después de haber hecho, like après avoir. So all you've got that's a little bit complicated verb-wise, and next week we don't do verbs, we do other stuff because you've done 2 weeks of verbs and it's too much. So in fact, this is going to sound really dumb. You don't even need, by definition, to have done the homework on this for the next session. The next session's on something completely different. We're just playing with like pronouns and things. So, but that's literally what it is. That's literally what it is. But what you will get into the habit of doing, and all of my people do, is when I then give them a verb, if it's got a pronoun in it, fine, great. So you'd bring the sentence together. So let's say it was, I'm so sorry, remind me, what's your boyfriend's first name? I've forgotten.
Gaëtan.
What did you say?
Gaëtan.
Gaëtan, okay, lovely. Okay, so Gaëtan basically says to you, so Gaëtan takes it. Gaëtan le prend, Gaëtan le prenait, Gaëtan le prendra, Gaëtan le prendrait, Gaëtan l'a pris, Gaëtan l'avait pris, Gaëtan l'aura pris, Gaëtan l'aurait pris. Job done. That's just what you run through your mouth. And then it just becomes so bum, 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 bum,
yeah.
bum. And people go, oh, wow, Luke, you're doing them all in one session. They all link to each other, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I can see how it's like it's just making the puzzle, but I just feel like I second guess myself sometimes, even though I know.
No. Dude. Listen, I keep saying this. There's 2 pivotal columns of intellectual in language learning: comprehension and recollection. If I said to you, we're now going to do the was tense, do you understand that I'm going to take the nous and I'm going to use a and eon and ea? You have totally understood that. At speed, under a little bit of duress, with Auntie Lukey being a little bit go, which I know that's the point of what I do. You're like, oh, shit. Also, if we sat and we spent a term or a whole lesson on was, you're fine on it. We then go and do will, and I go, what was the slogan for was? And you go, oh, bollocks. Yeah. So the point is being able to remember the different slogans compared to the other slogan. So in other words, the best thing you could do more than any verb practice would be to go present was will would, present was will would subjunctive. No, present was will would, present was would middle. A soft hard, everybody a eon ea, ray ra ron, ray rion rie. That's what it is. Because if you think about it, Brooklyn, you don't have to learn any poems for the stuff on the bottom, apart from maybe auxiliary action, because it's just the same stuff that's on the top row, but just on the middle. Yes. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Well, bloody done. It is not.
Sorry, I'm not being rude.
No, I've got to go. I've got a tea with somebody. Well, bloody done. All right.
Thank you so much.
We'll WhatsApp soon. Take care.
Quiet. God.
No, you're cool. Oh my God, look at your weather. Damn you.
Oh no, it's cute little square.
Oh my God. Oh well, we're getting a tour. From you. Speak soon. Oh my God, look at it. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, look at the nice little colonnade. All right, speak to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.